Welcome to the gathering of the Cosmic Fire Summit 2025. Heart to heart, hand to hand, soul to soul, answering the global call to be of service. Each of us is on a path of becoming. We are luminous beings and we're finding our way in the world, seeking support, connection, and seeds of inspiration along the way. Over the next 5 days, honored healers, teachers, and thought leaders from the world of shamanism and earth based traditions will uplift, inspire, and guide us to step more fully into our true purpose and our own unique path in answering the call to sacred service. Each one of us is a carrier of wisdom and medicine and holds the potential for change and healing in our world. Together, in unity and service, we can illuminate the way forward for our human family today and for all of our relations in the generations to come. This gathering is brought to you by Shaman's Directory, a dynamic and growing nonprofit global platform dedicated to bringing shamanic earth-based services to the world's doorstep. Together, we are powerful medicine. I'm Ava Eagletree. I'm one of your hosts at the Cosmic Fire, and I'm so delighted to welcome Magaly and Nelida. Welcome to you both. So good to have you here. Beautiful. Well, I would love to introduce our guests a little bit more depth. And before I do so, I will say that I have the honor and joy of knowing them both personally. So, to you listeners out there, I will say we're in for a really special treat. So, Magaly, Magaly Quispe Singona is a medicine woman from a lineage of Andean wisdom keepers in Chinchero, Cusco, Peru. As a spiritual practitioner and teacher, she specializes as a dream guide to help empower others to understand their own medicine and awaken their power. Magaly is deeply connected to Pachamama, our dear Mother Earth, and to the guardian spirits that are always surrounding us. And she believes that this supports her work in the spiritual and the dream realms. Nelida Vilca Huaman was born in Cusco, Peru, and she carries the ancestral medicine of her grandmother, who initiated her into the healing traditions of the Andes. Gifted with the essence of the condor, Nelida deepened her path under the guidance of her husband Rebelino and their master Puma Freddy Quispe Singona. Today, as a medicine woman, she leads ceremonies, offerings, and pilgrimages that connect seekers with Pachamama, the Apus, the Ñustas, and the sacred landscapes of Peru. Magaly, Nelida, we're so honored to have you here today. So grateful that you're here to share your story and your beautiful work with our summit audience. What a joy. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
oh, thank you. Our conversation theme today is Minka, the call to be in service for Pachamama Mother Earth. And for those that are new to the Andean cosmovision, can you share what Minka means within the Incan tradition and why is it so important for walking one's sacred path? And even before we start, perhaps you want to open us with a sacred opening. To you, my dears.
Thank you, my love. Thank you, my beautiful shamans community. It's really our honor and our privilege to be here with you, continuing the sharing of our traditions, continuing, to embody Pachamama's nature, a beautiful Mother Earth. And in order to start, we want to open up the space with this special blessing for all of our brothers and sisters who are listening to the call of Pachamama, and also for bringing in blessings and the most loving energy from our sacred Pachamama for you, wherever you are, my beautiful community.
In the same way, my beautiful Shamans Directory community, I'm very, very happy to be sitting here, keeping, sharing the history that our ancestors left us, and feel so honored to be able to stay and to walk with all of you in this sacred journey. Infinite blessings for all my global family. This way, my love will continue opening this portal with the blessings of our tabaquitos.
Thank you for that beautiful blessing. We needed that. Thank you. So, our conversation today is about Minka, and I'm so excited to hear about yes, the meaning of this powerful word, and for you to tell us in the Incan tradition, why is this so important, and how does it help us walk our sacred path and find our sacred service?
Thank you, dear Evita, for giving us this space for us. Yes, Eminka is a powerful word. It's a powerful medicine. It's a powerful portal, and it's a powerful type of life here in the Andes. Minka is one of the second level that we have in our sacred Andean cross in Chacana, which is time and space. And that is why for us, Minka is a vast word that we don't only say through the talking. Here in the Andes, we used to embody, we used to live, because this is a powerful portal for us. And Eminka, it's a Quechua word that means, a teamwork.
Mm.
It's a meaning that represent this sacred service that you can make with the whole community. Because if you want to do something by yourself, you can't do it this. If you want to achieve any big construction, any big project that you are having, so we need to call our allies, our masters. We need to ask a lot of supporting. This way, we will be able achieving our goals or what we are having in our project. This is very important for us. And also when you will call to your allies, this teamwork that you can do is not only for yourself. You will do this for the whole community, for the whole family, for your cosmic family, for your medicine family. In the past, our ancestors, in order to achieve building sacred temples like a Machu Picchu, Huaman, like Ollantaytambo, Quillarrumillo, and some other temples, they use this powerful sacred service of Minka. Because, you can imagine if you want to build that temple just by yourself, you can do this, but it's limiting your time. You can, instead to do this in 1 year, you can finish maybe in 10 years, 20 years. But in that moment, our people, our community needs that place or that temple or so many other constructions like that they wanted, that they needed. So if they can build this in 1 year, so everybody would be able to use all of these sacred temples, medicine, maybe some terraces. That is why these great monuments, sacred medicine temples are here.
Mm.
Thanks to this power, sacred Minka.
Mm.
Thank you to this team.
Wow, that is so beautiful. Wow. Nelida, I love what you're saying about, yeah, that we're not alone and that this Minka is how we recognize ourselves in connection with the web of life and in service, not for ourselves, but for our community, our family, our loved ones, so that we can manifest these beautiful temples or a big project. And I love how you said also that Minka is vast. That's like, it's a portal, but it's a vast way that both of you walk and embody. And yeah, that's so beautiful. Thank you. um, Magali, do you want to answer on that, my dear, as well?
Yes, my love. So, deep gratitude for having here my beautiful sister Nelida and you, my dear Eva, part of our team. As Nelida was saying, Minka is this beautiful teamwork. And it's also this, finding a community for doing and achieving things, achieving especially our service for Mother Earth effortless. Nowadays, in our, this was mandatory in our, for our ancestors, for our Inca people, maybe even the pre-Inca people, uh, working and achieving beautiful, big projects effortless. And following, a prayer, following a path together, all of them bringing in their unique service. So here in our communities, it's natural to be, what's the word for it? To be, like bringing in all of the, all of the blessings together, all of the essences together, in order to bring, that, I can find the word now. In order to bring the, in order to bring, or in order to manifest a way of living. So here for our younger generations, we've uh, became distracted. We became a little bit, like disbalanced, and we are unconsciously or consciously choosing to be working, choosing to be doing, choosing to be walking on our own by ourselves. And it's never like that. It's always with alliance, it's always a co-creation process. And in order to achieve big things, in order to bring this medicine of the new era, we have to do it effortless, and we have to do it together, bringing in a beautiful space of healing, a beautiful space of love, a beautiful space of blessings, and very big will. Be very generous with our dreams and with our manifestation on this earth, because we are just so privileged to be, standing up here, to be witnessing Pachamama and all of her blessings, all of her magic. Because everywhere else, our spirit allies are always bringing in that support, that guidance through many, many portals. So this Minka nowadays for us have become the path in order to be in service for our Pachamama in this new era, in order to bring the awakening to the new things that are arriving, like technology, like for example, the new babies that are arriving, the new consciousness that it's arriving through the generations that are arriving to this Pachamama. So this Minka, it's as Nelida was saying, it's a ley line in the Andean, Southern Cross constellation, that it's representing this ley line from north to south, south to north, in the space, in the sacred nature of Pachamama, of cosmic mother, of the divine feminine, because we are representing as women, as the ones that are carrying the divine feminine energy. We are representing always, a space. We are representing that never-ending process of bringing life and honoring that portal of bringing, creation of our willpower. So in that ley line, Minka has been present in the sky, reminding us about those origins, reminding us about that sacred mission that all of us have along our lifetime. And we need to follow it with passion.
Wow. Oh, that's so beautiful. I can just feel it as you both speak about this Minka, this embodied way of as you said, following a prayer and manifesting. And I love the horizon, the sacred feminine holding space. And yeah, what I see and what we see in the world is that so many people are working so hard to accomplish their life, and they're struggling, and they're overworking, and they may be taking on too much. And I wonder if you could let our listeners know, is there a practice that can help people come from an idea uh, of isolation, of being alone, and come into this state of co-creation that Minka is inviting us into?
Yes, dear Eva, thank you for these questions. Yes, actually, in our community of Chinchero, we are still living with this minka, with this sacred service. But all of this service that we do is with this sacred love. Actually, when we are in harvesting time or when we are in the construction time, you know, everybody come and help in that project. Even the kids, even the baby, even the young people, the women, the elders, everybody used to come and support in this team. If you if you if you had the opportunity to come our place, you will be witnessing how do we practice even now this sacred service, because here in the Andes there are many families who still planting potatoes and any other goods. And so once when we said to one of our neighbor, tomorrow I'm gonna planting our potatoes, you know uh, one by one they passing this information, and the next day you could have this quantity of people, some of them bringing some kind of beer, some of them bringing their own tools, so everybody bring this small support in order to support the whole of this family. In the same way, if the other family who came to help in this project, also the next day or the other time, the other families also used to go to support to the other family as well. So that is why, my love, all of this became in a teamwork, and they work in harmony. In the same way happened in the past with all of our ancestors. As I was talking about our sacred places like a Machu Picchu, in order to achieve that places, you can imagine that, especially the teenagers between 30s, 35s till 40s were able to do this hard work in terms of constructions. But there were babies who were, playing, you know, just by playing, they are adding this a little support in this team. The other elderly people were able to play music. The ladies, the women were able to bring chicha, bring it food. This way they work in harmony, and this way they were able to achieve all of these beautiful medicine temples that actually in ourself as well, in our inner self, in this cosmic body, actually we are doing minka. You can imagine, in order to achieve to be or to walk in this spiritual path, we need Pachamama. We need our apus, our nustas. We need our masters. And this way we can construct this sacred inner wisdom that we are having in ourselves. And in this moment, thank you to you, dear Eva. Thank you, Magaly. And thank you, this sacred space. And thank you to the technology we are doing right now, Minka. And this Minka will keep growing more and more and more. The only thing that we have to do is just sharing. When we will share, we are practicing also our service. We are doing Minka, effortless.
Oh, I love that. Yes. Yes, it's from your description, Nelida, it makes me feel like there's a component of Aini here too, this sacred reciprocity. Um, but with the Minka, how you spoke, how it is in our body. Yes, we're working like this in our body, and that's so powerful that you shared that we are doing that right now with each other, with the listeners, and that there's a co-creation here with the sharing. That was very helpful for me to understand. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Magaly.
So, adding to what Nelida was saying, a really good practice for being sitting in Minka is becoming an inspiration. It's accepting the responsibility of being a leader, stepping into our leadership, stepping into our confidence, stepping into our greater service. You know, for example, when you are little, you're being asked, what do you want to be when you grow? Usually to children, and it's like when you're a children, you dream big. You say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, I want to be an astronomer. There is this inspiration in that time. In a moment, you become, you're dreaming big. You're not thinking of, oh, but maybe I'm not going to find a university, maybe this, You let go of that, you liberate yourself from that limitations, and you dream big. In order to be in Minka, is accepting our responsibility to become an inspiration, because each one of us are carrying a very special gift. Nobody, in right now, being here as a team, as a circle of medicine women standing here together, there is not gonna be another Eva, ever. You are so unique. So whatever you do for the group, whatever you do for the mission, it's inspiring for us. It's like, oh my God, Eva does, Eva sings like an angel, and nobody sings like Eva. That's not going to happen. So you become a unique piece in that big service. You become an inspiration for others. So it's also being, conscious of what is actually the passion that we are following. Because in order to be in service, in order to be part of a community, there needs to be an inspiration. You gotta be part of of an inspiring group, of an inspiring project or vision. That's how we are gathering. Like, for example, in this beautiful summit, for all of our elders, there is an inspiration to bring. We all are following a path in a unique way, with different traditions, with different ways of understanding life, different ways of meeting Pachamama, meeting our allies, ancestors, brothers and sisters who are present, through technology, like right now, Nelida. So all of us are connected with one purpose, with one service, bringing in inspiration. And as Nelida was saying, bringing in that true sharing, bringing in that medicine of each ray of the rainbow, because that's who we are. We are, following a path. And at the end of the day, at the end of the rainbow, we'll realize that it all comes from, from the light, from that sunlight, from that moonlight. So being in Minka in these times, for our brothers and sisters who might be, who think that are alone, my loves, we are never alone. That's not even actually a choice, because Pachamama is always making sure. Right now we have a fly surrounding us, being noisy, being playful. Pachamama had brought that fly for this part of our ceremony, to make us realize that actually It's not just Nelida, me, and Eva. There is Nelida, me, Eva, and the five. There is always an ally surrounding us, but we need to be conscious of their presence. We need to allow that energy. So, my loves, please be generous with yourselves. And first of all, find your inspiration in order to achieve big things, in order to follow, you know, a bigger dream. We need to also have a very personal mission, a very personal dream that is connecting us into this bigger picture. We are part of a puzzle, but if we are missing, if you are, if you're choosing, actually I don't want to be part of this puzzle, and you move along and you try to move along, that puzzle is never going to be complete. So understanding and realizing that we are unique within a team, even for our brothers and sisters who might be, like MESA carriers. We have, it's like this medicine bundle that has a leader in the middle. In order to achieve, there is a leader. And for that leader to be, to have that team together, that little is realizing the very unique medicine of each one. Like, oh my God, if, for example, if Apo Sangate, which is a beautiful mountain here in Peru, if Apo Sangate is not sitting in the east, what's going to happen to the whole circle? So it's always understanding that it's a unique part of ourselves being part of a team, and also realizing that together, we need to be together in order to bring something into manifestation. We cannot create babies without a mother. Not only a woman can do babies, not only men can do babies. It needs to come together. So it's a complementing.
Complementing.
Yes, it's a complementing energy that leads me. That's why in our harvest time, for example, we always bring up the one that it's going to bring the cow. If that one person, like Nelida was saying, you tell everybody, tomorrow I'm going to seed potatoes. And everyone like, yes, let's go. Yes, because we want to help Nelida, we want to help Magaly. There is going to be, lots of things to eat, to drink, to share. But, in that big picture of everybody feeling inspired, we also think, from the moment we say tomorrow I'm going to be, planting potatoes, we already programmed, and in that circle of people that I am inviting for them to help me, support me, I am bringing the one that is bringing the cow. Because without this one piece, that's going to be, it's the key piece, the key part. So realizing that in a bigger picture, we are the keystone, we are the very unique piece.
That's so beautiful. Yes, I love how you're shining a light on the unique medicine that everyone has. And this message that you're sharing is so optimistic because it really is inviting us to yeah, not to come out of our suffering, and as you say, be generous with ourselves and really activate that passion so that we know that, as you say, from the littlest baby to the person who has the cup to every person has a unique role. And I think in these times this is so important to hear that, to feel that. So thank you. And it brings me to my next question. And yeah, so I know that the medicine bundle or the mesa is central in the Andean spiritual practice. And I would love if you could share with our listeners how the mesa becomes a living field of support through the conscious activation of Minka, and how might someone begin to experience this in their own life?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Eva. Yes, our mesa is another powerful portal. It's another powerful circle of master, because inside of our mesas, we have our teamwork. We have our healer, we have our master, we have our teacher, we have our, protector. Each one of these sacred kuyas or sacred stones that are inside of our mesas has their own purpose, has their own medicine. Also, our newstas. When we work with our mesas, our newstas are part of this team as well. That is why, my love, for us, our mesas is our sacred bundle that we have here in the Andes. This medicine bundle is a sacred medicine that we use for healing, that we use for initiation. And so this mesa can heal by itself. Also need from someone, whether a woman or whether a man, who are following this path. So this way we are acting, we are living in this Minka way. And here in the Andes, my love, also our Apus, which are a sacred mountain, spirit mountain, or our Nusta, which is energy of the divine feminine, all of them, they have also their physical mesas. For example, as we are talking about Machu Picchu, from Machu Picchu, the powerful mountain, the powerful master in that place is our Apu Salcantay. And our Apu Salcantay has its own mesa, which is Apu Machu Picchu. So, if we want to work in releasing liberation, just being in this sacred temple of Machu Picchu, we can call or we can embody the energy, the power of this sacred master, Apu Salcantay. So nothing goes one way. If our Apu Salcantay has its own house, also has its own mesa. That is why all of this circle of Apus, mountain spirit, they have their own place. In the past, our ancestors, if they were not able to arrive to that sacred temples, just they calling. Just they calling anywhere they were staying. If they were in Cusco, just they used to open their mesa, their bundles, and just they used to calling our Apu Salcantay, Apu Machu Picchu to be in this moment. Yes, that is why, my love, with our mesa bundle also, we work in team. When we set our mesas, we program. You master, you will work in this way. You will work with this medicine. And so in 2 days, you will be in this, this would be your purpose. And this way, my love, we work in this path. And now, thanks to this kuya of the technology, we are able to arrive many other places, as our sister Magaly was saying. You know, now we have flight. We can, you know, nothing is impossible. We don't have to have this limitation with this Minka service. Teach us to don't limit ourselves. You know, in our mesa bundle, if we have a healer, I can ask also for some master in knowledge. If I really need also another service, like for example, I want to a master of the prosperity, I can add a master of the prosperity. This way, we create this circle of masters, this sacred team. This way, they will support us in this spiritual path or in other path as well. Yes. And so, my love, yeah, working with our mesa, it's a powerful teamwork that we do.
Beautiful. Well, I know it's changed my life incredibly over the last 10 years, completely transformed. So I know the power of what you're speaking with is so beautiful and so powerful. So thank you. Do you have something to share, Magali, or shall I say the next question? Or do you want to add to that?
I'll just say, my loves, that the personal altar, that's how we call it, our personal altar. And that personal altar, it's carrying a way of working together with these spirit allies. Within this circle, every single piece, every single ally, it's a keystone. And we get to know each other, how to flow, how, what are our gifts. If I'm connecting myself with the mesa, if I am giving the mesa purpose, even you call it personal. This is my, we'll work today, or this year we will work on manifesting a house. It was never for you only. Actually, that house will be part of a bigger project. Family, community also will receive the blessings of that home. Because one day maybe they'll say, like, Magaly, can I stay in your home tonight? Of course, my home is already been in service for someone that needed. And so when we are connecting with the mesa and we want to activate the Ninka work, we want to bring, that beautiful alliance into something very powerful, into something very generous, knowing that it's part of our personal prayer, and it's also part of a bigger picture where Pachamama is orchestrating a bigger, we might be asking for a house, but what if Pachamama, actually a house is not going to be enough? You need a farm. So she will do that for us. But we need to be also, like, allow ourselves to be part of a bigger project. So in our mesas, my loves, activating Minka is planning for a dream, for a project, as building Machu Picchu, as building Huaman. We might not even see that, the very masters that had envisioned Machu Picchu, they've never seen Machu Picchu complete, but they knew that their process, their beginning their first step was going to lead the next generations, and even in that time, generations yet to come, and fulfill that, that project, that beautiful temple. So that's how we've been living.
Mm.
Our ancestors have been setting programs and, setting these beautiful vision that we are now living. And we keep that sacred flow of, holding these dreams. If you're saying, I am envisioning for me a house this year, and for anybody else that is, connected in that process, please, my apples, my newstas, my auki, my leader, chief, you bring that, you bring everything that we will need. It's no longer you only, it's a bigger community, it's family, and it will ripple and ripple and ripple, and it will grow and grow and grow. So sitting with the mesa, my loves, being a mesa carrier, it's actually a privilege that Pachamama is giving access to, but it needs to be a decision, it needs to be a choosing.
Wow, so powerful. Thank you. Yes, so Minka is so rich, so complex, so vast, and it's a way of life. It's a way of programming. It's a way of cultivating passion and bringing forward your medicine and remembering that you're not alone, that you're going to have these allies, and you're going to, as you say, with the beloved Kuya, with the Mesa team, you're never alone, and you're going to have the opportunity to have big visions, big dreaming. So I hear so many beautiful golden threads in this conversation of Minka. I realize we could talk about Minka for years, and we still only get that much. I feel that it's so big and so beautiful. Um, but I feel that our time is zooming by, and I see this beautiful fire bowl here. I wonder if you have a practice for us in this ceremony that you feel to share now.
So, my love, yes, we brought fire today in order to bring powerful, first of all, powerful transformation. There is a lot that is happening at a personal level, and that is happening at a collective level. And easily we are getting distracted from our Minka service, from our inspirations, from our dreams. Pachamama needs us in the highest levels of vibration, with the highest levels of our passion and inspiration. Uh-huh. And so for that, in our traditions, we say you cannot give what you do not have. And in order to be in service for other brothers and sisters, in order to be following the greater will of Pachamama, we need to be in also good health, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. And with this fire, my love, we want to bring transformation prayers for all of our brothers and sisters who are feeling alone, who are feeling overwhelmed, who are feeling, or who are, yet in that discovery process of realizing that they are a unique piece in the bigger picture of Pachamama. And that without them, and that without their existence, life on this planet, is not complete yet. So, my loves, we want to bring prayers of transformation, anything that is heavy, anything that feels dense, anything that feels like is not mine, It's not something I want in my space, in my life, in my mission, in my process. I love it to be coming to a point of closing and gratitude. We always give gratitude. The more gratitude we say and we give, the more blessings we are bringing in for us. So my loves, please be generous, and with the breath in this fire, we are sending all of you the beautiful transformational essence of grandmother, grandfather fire.
Mm.
Can
Wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you. Is this a Palo Santo fire too? I feel the magic. I can smell that. It feels so beautiful. And the alchemy of the sacred fire is inviting us to put down anything that isn't of service to our highest self. Um, is there anything that I didn't ask you yet that you would love to share for our listeners right now as we're getting close to our close? Anything else that just really wants to be shared that's on your heart? I invite you, please.
Thank you, dear Eva. Yeah, mommy, for us, always is an honor being sitting here and sharing what our ancestors left us. So just my wonderful family, as our sister Magaly was saying, be generous with yourself. And also with the blessing of this sacred fire, we want to uh, say each one of you that always we have to be a heart leading up like this sacred fire. And for each one of you, my beautiful family, let's say that every day must be the best day of all of our life. And always flaming, brighting, shining like this sacred fire. And from our sacred place of Chinchero, we are gonna send you this powerful protection, this powerful light to keep lightning always. Yes?
Mm,
Yeah?
Thank you,
beautiful.
my dear Eva. Thank you to our dear sister Nelida, to all of our brothers and sisters, masters who are part of the beautiful circle, part of the beautiful picture of Pachamama. May you always find the inspiration and the passion within you, my loves. And also be generous, as Nelida was saying, be generous, dream big, and please step into your leadership, step into your unique medicine, because we need you.
Beautiful. Wow. So much optimism and beauty and invitation to step up from both of you. We're going to put the links so that you can follow Magaly and Nelida. So make sure you scroll down under this video and you can follow them and keep in touch with them. And also you'll see the website Noken Kani with other programs and offerings. Thank you so, so much, dear Nusta sisters, for sharing your story, your wisdom, and for inspiring each of us with all the amazing work and the love that you're sharing in the world. Thank you so, so much. And to everyone who's viewing, everyone's participating, everyone who's out there in our global community, I want to thank you also for taking time in your day to be present here with us in ceremony. We warmly invite and welcome you to join us for our next interviews around the cosmic fire. Thank you so much.